Hello, and welcome back to How We. This episode, we'll be exploring the Ashbrook Theatre's presentation of Shakespeare's Macbeth, specifically how some of the actors prepared for their roles. If you happen to miss the first set of showtimes, the Ashbrook Theatre will be presenting again in December, on the 1st and the 3rd. The first will be at 7 p.m. and the third will be at 1 p.m. This will take place at the Ashland Downtown Theatre. Admission is free and open to the public. Without further ado, let's jump into the interviews.
My name is Leanna Usselton. I am a junior creative writing major with minors in theater, music for voice, and political science.
I'm Heath Johnston. I'm majoring in international relations, political science, and history.
My name's Quinn Wright. I major in history and religion and minor in classical civilization, philosophy, and maybe political science.
First and foremost, I definitely have looked at each scene on their own and done a character analysis of what does Lady Macbeth want in this scene? What are the tactics she's doing to get what she wants? And what are her obstacles? And is she successful in basically overcoming those obstacles as she goes on? I watched a little bit of Judi Dench, who's one of the really big performers who have played Lady Macbeth. I watched some of the BBC production and then just some random performers on YouTube, especially if I was having a little bit of a trouble getting a handle on the understanding of a scene.
I have the script next to me by my bed, and every night I at least read one monologue. I do it in the mirror. It's sometimes I'm up till 3 or 4 a.m. just in the mirror, and I found that if I'm looking in the mirror doing it, it allows me to kind of just forget about everything else around me and just really just try different emotions, try different takes on it. Watching all it's 6 or so different movies and renditions on Macbeth. I've also been watching a lot more movies, trying to capture different emotions more, Young Frankenstein, to see if I can get more of a mad or an angry role and try to capture that. And just experimenting with all sorts of stuff every time I read the script, just trying something new.
It's not even the darkness that's hard for me. I feel that part, I don't know what that says about me, but I'm fine. Because I feel it's a little easier to, for me at least, because I love villainous characters, to delve into the villainous aspects. Especially because I recently played a villain last spring in Once Upon a Mattress. So more of the wanting to show that there's more than just the villainous aspect is definitely the hardest part. There's a scene where I'm on my own on stage and talking to myself basically, and I'm a little worried and things. I feel that scene for me has been the hardest to get a grasp on because there's just so much happening back to back to back.
He is seen as a really virtuous king, so that's really important for my role. For my acting, I need to convey a sense of virtue. I need people to want me to be king.
My favorite scene has been the opening scene with the letter. I come in, I read Macbeth's letter, and I take the letter in the wrong way. Probably not his intention, but what she thinks is his intent. And delving into that darkness monologue as well. But you just get so much of her and her thought process, because you get the letter, you get what he's thinking, then you get what she thinks about him.
Oh, so it's definitely the dinner scene. I think the dinner scene is so fun because he's now in this brand new role as king. Throughout the play, it's communicated by Lady Macbeth that he is not at all prepared for it. She doesn't think that he can do it. The dinner scene is kind of a culmination of all those insecurities that he has and all those failures of his royal status and the fact that he can't control himself. He's not able to control his emotions. Such a fun scene to run because everybody at the table in every rehearsal is just cracking up laughing because the ghost comes in, sits in my chair, and I'm the only one who sees him. Everybody has to keep a straight face, continue talking while I'm just screaming.
I know some people will shy away from watching the Shakespearean production because it is so dense with the language. But what we're trying to do is make it understandable for people and relatable at the same time. And so I think there's something for everyone.
If you want to see a bunch of soldiers fighting, if you're interested in politics or even overthrowing of a king, battles, war, maybe you're into Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, you kind of have a little bit of element of like the supernatural or the magical with Harry Potter, or kind of the quest to take down an evil king, like in Lord of the Rings when it comes to Sauron. Anything relating to either psychology or understanding people or human nature, or seeing like the story of a marriage falling apart or betrayal of friends. In Macbeth, there's something for every single person. And there's some people who are a little, it's not of our time, but I think he had a really good idea of what human nature was like and how people would react to that, and the heartbreaking nature that is seeing a man lose his wife, his friends, the people who he fought beside, and having to see someone wrestle with sacrificing everything to get a career. It is Shakespeare critiquing a bit of too highly focused ambition, that you push everything else away in order to attain a desired goal.